In a world where innovation meets determination, there are many stories that redefine what it means to push the boundaries of technology. Forget Elon Musk, step aside Jeff Bezos, because today we dive into the story of Martine Rothblatt, who not only changed how we listen to music, but also became a pioneer in the world of bioengineering, all because of her daughter. Today, we'll be talking about some radio drama, medical miracles, and maybe even pig organs? Before we start our journey, let's take a step back in time and talk about who Martine Rothblatt really was and how she ended up being a visionary pioneer with a net worth of $670 million. Born in 1954, Martine's early life in California wasn't necessarily a launchpad for the incredible career she would later forge. Martine's early life wasn't steeped in technology or medicine. Forget coding in her basement. Her teenage years were more like a scene from a coming-of-age movie. However, a thirst for adventure was evident from a young age. In her 20s, she embarked on a series of travels across continents, experiencing diverse cultures and expanding her horizons. This spirit of exploration would later influence her career choices in profound ways. While working at a NASA tracking station, a pivotal moment struck. Witnessing the power and potential of satellite communication sparked a passion within Martine. She realized the transformative possibilities this technology held for the future. This newfound enthusiasm motivated her to pursue a law degree, where she graduated with honors from UCLA, a seemingly unconventional path, but one that would equip her with the legal expertise needed to navigate the complexities of the emerging satellite industry. Now, with a law degree in hand, Martine wasn't exactly planning on becoming best friends with Elon Musk, but her legal expertise landed her in the fascinating world of satellite communications law. Imagine arguing court cases about who gets dibs on which part of the sky. Space lawyers are a real thing, people. Martine's legal background proved to be a valuable asset. She co-founded Geostar, a pioneering company that played a crucial role in the development of global positioning systems technology, which is commonly known as GPS. Now imagine a world without the convenience of GPS navigation in your car or smartphone. Geostar's contributions were instrumental in making that a reality. Yeah, that's right. They're the reason you can find your way out of any mall parking lot ever. You can partially thank Martine for that. Martine's story just started, and it keeps getting interesting. While still involved with Geostar, Martine identified another opportunity for innovation. In the 1990s, the radio landscape was dominated by static, limited choices, and repetitive playlists. Let's rewind to the pre-smartphone era, a time when the only struggle harder than getting reception on your flip phone was finding a decent radio station that didn't play the same 3 songs on repeat. Imagine you're on a road trip with your parents and Macarena plays for the 100th time. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Then came in a beacon of hope in a sea of static. Martine saw a chance to change the game. She co-founded Sirius Satellite Radio, a company that would deliver crystal clear, commercial-free radio straight from space. Imagine having access to hundreds of channels, from classical to hip-hop, all without those annoying ads interrupting your jams. Basically, everything the regular radio lacked. But of course, there were skeptics. Who pays extra for radio when you can just use the radio, they'd say. Now keep in mind that Sirius was a paid subscription, and initially not many could see the potential it had, but Martine did. Think about it. Unlimited music choices, no pesky commercials interrupting your jams, and the ability to listen to live sports broadcasts from anywhere with a clear signal. Basically, it was like having a personal DJ in your car. Martine saw a world where the user had control, instead of having to forcibly listen to what the radio station wants you to listen to. Sirius was first on the scene, paving the way for a more customizable learning experience in our cars. It may not have been perfect, from bulky antennas sticking out of cars that looked more like weird metal fins than anything else. And let's not forget the occasional signal dropouts that left you stranded in a sea of static just as your favorite song was about to hit the climax. But it was still a step in the right direction. Beyond the business world, satellite radio also had a cultural impact. Remember those epic road trip karaoke sessions with your friends, blasting throwback hits or discovering new artists thanks to SiriusXM's diverse channels? Or maybe you were the type to get hyped listening to a live sporting event while cruising down the highway. Satellite radio offered a sense of connection and entertainment that wasn't available before. It was a soundtrack to countless memories, from teenage adventures to family vacations. Well, while Martine Rothblatt was conquering the world of satellites and navigation, life, like a bad radio signal, sometimes throws in some static. Fast forward to a few years from the golden age of satellite radio, Martine's world takes a drastic turn. Her daughter, Genesis, was diagnosed with a brutal lung disease called pulmonary arterial hypertension, or PAH. This isn't your average cold. It's a life-threatening condition that restricts blood flow to the lungs. Imagine the fear that must have gripped Martine. Building a multi-million-dollar company suddenly seems insignificant compared to the well-being of your child. Most parents would crumble under this pressure, but Martine wasn't most parents. This wasn't just about running a company anymore. It was about saving her daughter's life. She dove headfirst into the world of bioengineering, determined to find a cure for PAH. From the board meetings where she convinced investors about satellite radio to now presenting complex medical research with the same unwavering passion. Imagine the shift from the glitz and glam of the tech world to the sterile environment of a research lab. But for Martine, it wasn't about prestige or profit. It was about a mother's love, stronger than any boardroom presentation or scientific breakthrough. In 1996, fueled by a mother's fierce determination, Martine founded United Therapeutics. This wasn't just another biotech company, it was a mission statement written in DNA. Their sole focus, developing treatments for PAH, the very disease threatening Genesis. The road to a cure for PAH was long and burdensome. Unlike launching a satellite into space, the human body is a complex and unpredictable system. Setbacks were inevitable, funding was tight, and the pressure to succeed weighed heavily on Martine. But she wasn't alone. A team of brilliant scientists, driven by a shared purpose, rallied behind her. Imagine the late nights spent hunched over microscopes, the countless experiments that yielded little to no results, and the constant battle against despair. But amidst the challenges, there were glimmers of hope, and the thought of her daughter was what kept Martine going. Early breakthroughs in gene therapy and drug development offered a potential lifeline for patients. Years turned into a decade. United Therapeutics, fueled by Martine's unwavering resolve, became a pioneer in PAH treatment. They developed groundbreaking medications that offered patients a fighting chance. One of these medications included Remodulin, which was first approved by the FDA for PAH treatment in 1996. It helped improve blood flow in lungs, and for the first time, PAH wasn't an automatic death sentence. Imagine the joy at seeing Genesis thrive, her health slowly improving thanks to the treatments her mother helped create. But Martine wasn't content with just helping Genesis. The woman who once revolutionized radio with satellites was now revolutionizing medicine with cutting-edge research. She envisioned a world where no child would suffer from PAH. United Therapeutics became a beacon of hope for countless families facing the same devastating diagnosis. But Martine Rothblatt's story doesn't end here. We still need to talk about pig organs. Yeah, no, this is not a joke. Buckle up, because things are about to get weird and potentially life-saving. United Therapeutics is now venturing into the world of xenotransplantation, transplanting organs from animals into humans. Yes, you heard that right. Pigs might just hold the key to solving the organ donor shortage. Imagine the frustration of waiting years for a life-saving organ transplant only to be met with a constant state of uncertainty. Thousands of people die every year simply because there aren't enough donor organs available. Xenotransplantation offers a glimmer of hope, a controversial yet potentially revolutionary solution. The idea is simple. Genetically modify pig organs to make them compatible with the human body. Pigs, believe it or not, share some bodily similarities with humans, making them potential organ donors. But there's a catch. Our immune systems recognize pig organs as foreign and try to reject them. That's where the genetic modification comes in. By tweaking some pig genes, scientists hope to create organs that won't trigger a deadly immune response. Of course, xenotransplantation raises a ton of ethical questions. Is it right to use animals as organ farms? What are the long-term consequences of mixing human and animal biology? Will pig organs become the future of organ transplants? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Martine Rothblatt, the woman who changed radio and fought for her daughter's life, is not afraid to push the boundaries of science and medicine. She's a true testament to the power of human ingenuity and a mother's unwavering love. Anyway, do you guys think it's right to use pigs for these kinds of experiments? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.